Hello everyone, welcome to Kristen Taylor's Intuition. Today what we're doing is our best and worst qualities. So this is an opportunity to see what you need to fix in your life and make it the best possible life it can be. And to also, toot your own horn, because everyone deserves a good pat on the back every once in a while. So we're going to get started today, and what you're going to do is pick between these three figures right here. The first one we have Groot, the second one we have Lenny the Binoculars, and the third one we have Squirtle. At this time, please make your decisions. You can either pause the video, or just go ahead and jump in and get started. We'll have the timestamps below. Hello, group one. We are here for your card reading. So this is everyone who chose Baby Groot. So Baby Groot, everyone definitely sees him as a happy, go-lucky, carefree. As for some people, I do see as an extrovert. For others, you can be an introvert, but you're represented to everybody else as being happy all the time, or no one ever realizes that you have deep emotions underneath. I definitely see a wide range that you go to. I kind of see 0 to 100, if that makes any sense. And just in the form of the mask that you're showing everybody else. So for example, you could be by yourself in a room and be calm at peace, or you could be like your mind going a million miles per hour thinking about different things, and then when you go into a room full of people, you just kind of have to put on that mask and be like, hey, what's going on, everybody? Or at least put on a fake smile if you're not as extrovert as that. You just really cover up a lot of what's going inside you, I feel like. So the first card I did go ahead and pull out here is from the Oracle of the Mermaid deck, and this one is a yearning. It's longing for someone, undesired separation, pining. So for this card, this can mean a number of things. So definitely take what goes with you, and what doesn't, let it go. If you want a more personalized reading, you could definitely go ahead and inbox me with the email address below. Be more than happy to give you that reading. So for different groups, what I see here, or should I say different people in this group, the first one is you could be separated from someone and you just want them back. Like you're just like, come back to me. Another group, it could be that you're so passionate. You're so passionate. I see this card as something beautiful, yet something scary. It's beautiful because yes, you know how to love people. You actually love to love people. You actually don't know how to stop yourself from loving people, which is the beautiful thing. You have what other people don't have, which is passion. But that can also be so strong that it scares people away, because you know what you want. And it's good that you know what you want. But everyone else, other people, they're not going to know. Their mindsets are on different things. They're a whole different being than you. So they're not going to understand where this passion is coming from. For other people, it could just be that you've been by yourself for so long and you're just like, hey, when is someone going to come? When is someone going to come in, sweep me off my feet? Because I'm tired of yearning for someone who doesn't give a fuck about me, or yearning over people who never cared. Or look at this guy's face. He doesn't want nothing to do with this beautiful mermaid, and look how beautiful she is. And she's there yearning over someone when she could get someone way better. So it's more like know your worth. So whatever situation, if you're just separated with someone and you're just crying and you're like, I need them, no, you don't. Or two, if you've just been a hopeless romantic your whole life and that's what you really want, well, maybe you're getting blocked for a reason, and you should take that as a sign to work on yourself as well. And then three. I don't know why that popped in my head. 333. Maybe you see 333 a lot of the times. I don't know. Spirit just wanted me to say that. 333 popped in my head, so I'm gonna go ahead and just say that at this time. I'm actually gonna look at the time right now. Okay, I didn't hit 333, but it was 3:30. Okay, so for this card, I am seeing, just a longing. You're not being content. So yes, the good thing is you're passionate. The bad thing is you come on too strong. Those waves, water in general, represents emotions for me. So when I see waves and a storm in the background, this lets me know that on the inside, you're a mess. Yes, you may be presented as group happy-go-lucky, but on the inside, your mind eats at you. Your heart hurts. There's a lot of things going on. And I wish you could see how beautiful you are, because Spirit's telling me that y'all are beautiful beings. It's just because you don't see your worth that you're taking in all this. And no one can see how much pain you have because you put on a smile. And that's definitely not okay. But it happens. Just definitely love yourself a little bit more. Even if you don't believe it, go in the mirror and say, you know what? If you say, hey, I don't like my smile, well, go in the mirror, lie to yourself, and tell yourself that you like your smile until you actually believe it. Because as corny as it sounds, it does work. Because everything that you don't like about yourself is everything that makes you everything you are. So don't settle for someone whose face is like that at all. Go and do your own thing. And the second thing I see here is actually confirming the first one, that you have self-doubts. The second card I have here is reflections in reverse. So right side up, it says what you contemplate can actualize. In the reverse position, this lets me know that you're blocking yourself because you're stuck. You're stuck in those waves, you're drowning in your own soul. That's what it feels like. You're drowning. That's what I feel. And it's like, you can stop this. You could definitely stop this, but you have to beat your own demons. You have to get over it, that little voice in your head, because everyone has a little voice in their head that tells them that they can't do stuff. We all come with one. You just have to literally beat it down. And then look at this. I'm going to turn it right side up just so you can see what I'm seeing. Look at this girl. Have you ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender? Well, she's the water one, because she's able to actually make a form in the water right there. And I just think it's so beautiful. So to get it to the right side up position, what you're going to have to do is literally fight yourself every day until you actually believe the words that you're saying. Because not just tarot, magic in general is about balance. So if you're not balanced within yourself, you're not going to be able to be successful in this lifetime, because you're constantly going to be fighting yourself. When you have to just understand that the dark parts of you are what still makes you you, and find a way to bring those dark sides to the light or meet halfway. So change it from that reversed blockage of blessings and make them actualize, make your thoughts come true, and believe in them with everything that you have. Because if you don't even believe in your own dreams, why would anybody else? And I'm gonna put this back reversed. And the next card I have here is Time and Tide, Oceanic Spells and Rituals, and it's in the reverse. So this is confirming the card that we just had, the reflections card, that you're blocking your blessings from coming in. Because if you look at it right side up, she's waiting at the beach, just waiting for those blessings to come. But if it's reversed, that means you know that these blessings aren't coming, and you're just sitting there and you're beating yourself up and you're saying, woe is me, poor me, I can't do this, I can't do that. You have a feeling like it's better to do nothing than make a mistake. You rather be daydreaming. Some of you may, most of you do daydream, definitely. I can already hear that. I was about to question myself, and Spirit's like, no, there are a lot of daydreamers in this group. Definitely listen to that. But I just feel like you're worth this, and anything that you do will not impact this world. And that's not the case. That's what you see yourself as. That's that little voice in your head. No one else sees you like that but you. That's why you definitely have to work on your self-love. This is where all the three cards are focusing on the Oracle of the Mermaids. They're all telling you, love yourself, because we want you to be this beautiful mermaid. We want you to see what you can do. We want you to see the magic in the world. We want you to see that we put you here because you're here to make a difference, and you're here to help other people. So you definitely have to just work on yourself, and no one else is going to get you out of here but you. You're a mermaid. You can swim. There's no reason you should be drowning. I just want to tell you that you are loved. If you wanted to reach out to people, you could definitely do it as well. It's just, I feel like you're by yourself, and that's all a mental thing in your head. And for some of you, you may actually need to go get help. And that's okay too. It's okay to say, hey, I'm not okay, and I do need professional assistance. For some of you, you may not want to go because you don't want for you to change. But life is change. Life is about growing. So no matter how much you want to stay the same, that's not going to happen. So just definitely get out of that thought of like, you can't do it. Stop blocking your blessings from coming to reality. Okay, I'll stop preaching to y'all. All right, the next card we have here is Change Your Focus, and this is from the Tarot of the Heart deck, I believe it's called. Actually, I'll check real quickly. I'm sorry I shook this up. I just had to turn around. Yes, the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. I had to turn around because it's back there. I just want to make sure I didn't butcher that name. But this one is saying change your focus. These three cards are all bad. They're, even the one standing up means something bad. It just means that you don't see everything in yourself. Why is anyone going to see anything in you if you don't even value yourself? But that's not even what they see. But you're presenting that. Not in the physical, in the spiritual. In the spiritual, your aura is different. In the spiritual, you can't hide behind a mask because they see your aura. They see what other people can't. They see what frequency you're on. So yes, you can hide behind your mask in the physical realm, but in the spiritual realm, your mask is off, and they see how weak it is. And you don't want to be weak in that spiritual realm. You want to be able to be a fighter. I'm actually getting touched by spirit right now because they're like, whoa, killer, calm down. But yes, definitely change your focus. It's just, hey, there's a pretty day out there. There's birds flying. Yeah, there's a lot of bad shit that happened back there. You're not even able to see what's moving forward because you're just so distracted. Be like the birds, fly away. I'm hearing that Nelly Furtado song, I'm like a bird, I only fly away. That's what I heard right now. So I don't know if that pertains to some of y'all that may, but like, just be free. Because that's what I feel. I feel like you don't like to be contained. That's what I feel from this group. You like to do what you want, when you want. And sometimes things may come that make you feel trapped. It's all mental. Change your focus. Do what you can. Alrighty, the next card we have here is giving and receiving in reverse. Usually I don't take these cards in reverse, but Spirit is saying, hey girl, hey, there's a start for everything. So I'm taking this in reverse because I do feel there's different options that can happen. One, you just feel like you give, and you get nothing in return and you're just tired. You're just like, okay, what's gonna come out of this? I've already got hurt. Like, you know, why do I have to keep giving? Why do I have to keep giving to someone who's just going to keep hurting me constantly and I'm going to be crying? Like, you know, I care too much. For some reason, it's going back to that yearning card that's over there. It's telling me like, I do this, and that. But again, as I stated earlier, they're a different being than you. They might not even see where you're coming from. They might not even see that you're hurt because you represent yourself as a group. You represent yourself as someone happy, carefree. I hear the word, I don't give a fuck. Like that, you know that your stuff is and you don't care, and that's how you represent yourself. So this person never actually sees on the inside like they're hurting you. They don't see that because you're not going to let them see that, because I feel like you do have that tough exterior. Or not tough, you're just smart. You play smart, or you try to play smart. You play what you know, which is to hide things deep down, and that's not bad. But just because someone doesn't hurt, or just because someone hurts you, doesn't mean that you have to block yourself off from everybody else. Because you don't see 2 hands in here, you see 4 hands. This isn't that same person from that card over there. This could be friends, this could be family, this could be someone new coming into your life, and you might treat them ugly because of that past bad experience or the past bad life. That's not now, that's not your present, that was the past. It's going back to change your focus. Focus on the future. Focus on people that actually give to you. So when you know someone's helping you out, help them back out. Or, you know, give to a stranger, because that is good to give to a stranger sometimes. You know, you don't have to give to homeless people if you feel like they're full of crap. Like, that's up to you. That's your opinion, because I know everyone's opinions vary. But it's saying do whatever you want. Give to whoever you want to give to. Just try it out, because the blessings in this world come from helping others when you're not in a selfish mind state. And the next card we have here is rest and reconsider. So with this card, it's, again, I usually don't accept reverses, but with this one I am. So this one lets me know that people may tell you like, hey, you're busy all the time, or hey, maybe you should take a rest, or you know what, you're gonna burn yourself out. So you may hear that on the sly, or you know what, like, calm down over there. But only you know yourself. So yes, I forget that you don't like to be trapped. I get that you want to be on the go, but you're gonna have to realize that sometimes it is okay to be by yourself, that you are gonna need that time to rejuvenate, so you can put back on that mask and be around all those people. You may be actually so busy that you're trying to hide all these feelings from coming up to the surface. Well, guess what, either way they're gonna be there. so you can run all you want, but eventually they're gonna catch up to you. But you need to make that time to rest, meditate, help bring this card up to where you're just resting and you have no worries on your mind. Stop trying to avoid resting because you're scared of what you're going to hear in your own head. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and put this one down now. So I just want to say, we keep taking breaks constantly because things keep happening during this reading. So I do believe that this pile, you may have a lot of unexpected twists and turns that happen that just kind of flip your lids. Like, it gets you frustrated, because I was about to get frustrated about throw something. Wasn't really going to throw it, but I just want to be dramatic. But like, I was getting frustrated, and then I was like, wait a minute, this is Spirit telling me like these people don't have the easiest life at all. They constantly have to fight obstacles, and yes, that does happen. This one I ended up flipping reverse because the camera fell, so I wanted to get that fixed. But this one originally was 3 of Cups reversed. So for the 3 of Cups reversed, there's different things that could be happening here. One, you could be someone who likes to be around people a little bit too much, because how we discussed earlier, you're trying to escape from your demons. So you're just trying to run, drink, maybe do other drugs, whatever you want to do, whatever you do to release your stress. All I know is it for some of you, it's with a group of friends, because that's how you hide. For others of you, it could be that you're just by yourself too much, stuck in your head, and these thoughts are beating at you constantly. Or it could be that you go to both. Sometimes you are out with your friends, you're trying to be distracted, and then when they're home, you're in solitude and you turn into a whole other person, and it's just you're drowning because you have that switch. You're passionate when you're by yourself, you have feelings when you're by yourself, you have a lot of things you're covering up from people when you're by yourself, but when you're with people, it doesn't matter because you can escape. So it's saying just be careful with that, because I do see here the 10 of Swords. You're literally killing yourself. Mentally, physically, spiritually. The swords I see as the mind. So if you have 10 of Swords, your mind, you're constantly in battle with it. You can't even make a simple decision because you're over there tossing and turning and thinking. And no matter what decision, you're basically like, well, I'm screwed in this. And that's not the case. It could be that someone even betrayed you, backstabbed you, that you just feel defeated, that things were beyond your control. You may just be a victim of the circumstances, because how all these obstacles were happening around me. I was like, what the heck? The light fell. This thing behind me fell. The camera fell. We couldn't get the right camera angles. I was like, what is going on? So a victim of circumstances. I was literally this right now, because I was like, I don't even know. So that definitely makes sense of why all this was happening. I just couldn't understand why. I'm like, what's going on? It's spirit trying to connect with you guys. I should have figured that from the beginning, because I was like, I can't, what? That's how I felt. Like I'm trying to keep up and I can't. Like, so you may get that feeling. And we definitely want to get you out of this 10 of Swords mentality, because I couldn't imagine feeling like this constantly. And the next card I did pull was from my regular blue tarot deck. These ones don't have fancy names, but I really do enjoy the layout of them. So this one is the 6 of Wands, and this one was actually in reverse. I'm over here flipping over cards. This one was reversed. So this one shows self-doubt, lack of recognition. You're hurting yourself. This is basically a card all about you. So the worst quality I see in you is that you don't believe in yourself. All these cards have stated it, all of them, that you do not listen. You may even be able to give other people advice, but you can't even listen to your own advice, which is okay. Everyone does it. Everyone. Because it's easier to see with someone else's life than your own. But this spirit just wants you to love yourself. Spirit wants you to see, hey, turn that around. Go towards the sun, get out of the darkness. Go towards that sun, because there's a beautiful world out there for you. And the next card I did get was the Hermit reversed. So for this one, it's lost way. Again, isolation, loneliness. You could be in a room full of people, and that doesn't matter, because when you're by yourself, you go to this hermit mentality. You go to woe is me. You go to my life sucks. Why do things have to be like this? That's what I'm hearing. And Spirit, really go get help if you need to get help. Talk to people if you need to talk to people. Go join a gym if you need to let out stress. You just need to find a release everything, because this is definitely not okay that you feel by yourself. And you're not the only person that feels by yourself. There's millions of people out there who feel alone and feel like no one can hear them. So you just have to be able to reach out to the right people and find your soul tribe. Find your people that want to be with you, that love you no matter what. Luckily, I've been blessed in finding people like that, but you can find people like that too. Manifest it. Manifest. Say, hey, I want people that are going to have my back in my life. I want people who are going to do good by me in my life. I want people who are just going to love me in my life. And remember, when you manifest, be careful. Do not say any bad things, only positive things while manifesting. The last cards we have here are from the Rebel deck, the Oracle with Attitude. 0 filters, 0 fucks, all fun. So I really do love this deck very much. It's a lot of harsh, tough love. So if it does say anything mean, I always say, hey, you can stop this video right now and leave. Because I'm a very big fan of tough love. Because if you're not tough on yourself, who is going to be? So the first card I have here is whatever you are thinking about, don't do it. Now is not the fucking time. So it could be about this pendejo over here who doesn't give a fuck. It could be about that. It could be just because all this is happening and you have that ocean of emotions happening in the background that you're not able to make a stable decision right now. So Spirit's saying, hey, hold on. Or it could be that you don't even have all the answers to life because you're not able to see what the future has to hold. So before you jump the gun and you ruin things for yourself, just take a step back and just observe for a moment, because there may be things playing in the background that Spirit is setting up for you that you're seeing as a blockage, but is really guiding you towards more blessings. The last card I have here is shit is going down with your job. Reevaluate, change your perspective, or fucking quit. So it could be multiple things. It could be, hey, you don't like your job and you're just ready to leave. It could be, hey, I don't have a job right now, I need to go find a new one. It could be, hey, like, this is just not what I want to do for the rest of life. I finally found my passion, I need to make these changes. Whatever it is, you can make those changes. Reevaluate, change your perspective. So it's saying either reevaluate and figure out if you're the problem or it's the problem. Change your perspective if you're not going anywhere, because what's the point of complaining about a job if you know you're going to stay there? You might as well change your mind frame and make it the best job it could be while you're there, or fucking quit because you know you don't give a fuck anyway. But I'm not saying, hey, go quit your job right now. No, definitely be smart about it. Go find another job first and then make your dramatic exit if you want to. Because I may see a lot of fire signs coming through, because I do feel a lot of energy coming out, or even air signs as well. You could be really any signs, but those are the two that pop out to me. But you know, this is saying you're in control. No one else is in control of your life but you. So if there is something you don't like, or this could be shit is going down with your home too. Reevaluate, change your perspective, or fucking quit. Not saying fucking quit, but move out, do whatever you got to do, make it work for you. But these are the cards that I did get for pile number 1. Take what resonated, leave what doesn't. If you do like these readings, definitely check in next week for another tarot reading. It was my pleasure speaking with you. Have a blessed day, everybody. Okay, everybody, I know you're like, what's with the change of the scenery? You remember how I was saying, this deck kept giving me obstacles. There was things falling, there's a light fell, that fell, my candle fell, like it was just craziness. So we had to actually do this within 2 nights because everything was just going haywire, which double confirms, hey, you have a lot of obstacles in y'all's lives, as we discussed earlier. But I definitely did want to go over your best and worst qualities when it comes to the people who chose group. So the best quality is the passion you have for life, the passion you have to love. That's just so beautiful. Not a lot of people have that. However, that is also the worst quality. And I know you're like, Kristen, what? How is that possible? Have you ever heard of something where it's too much of a good thing? Yeah. And this is my pile, so believe me. Yes, y'all found out which pile was mine. This one's my pile. So I definitely understand. Like, yes, we have the passion to make what we want reality. But as I discussed earlier, we know what we want, other people don't. Introverts don't know how to handle an extrovert. So, worst quality, we come on too strong. But you can work on that though. You know, I'm not saying change yourself. Definitely don't. But if that's the worst problem to have, I'd rather be too honest than a liar. So I you know, I'm finding the bright side in it. You know, like, yes, we're passionate. Worst thing, we come on too strong, but we can all work on that together, you know? If this resonated with you, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you, from the people, from any deck. But the Groot deck was mine, so I just want to see how y'all doing today, you know? I want to see how everyone's doing, but the Groot deck, hey, shout out, woo! Okay. Well, I hope you have a blessed rest of y'all's night, day, and just thank you so much for coming to my channel. Hello, everyone that picked pile number 2. I'm coming to you today with 5 different decks. 3 of them are oracles, 2 of them are tarot. The first one we're going to go over is the Oracle of the Mermaids. So if you love mermaids, this is the perfect pile for you. The first one we have here is Coral Wisdom, and I'm going to bring the card and read it out to you real quickly. This is for colony, delicacy, fragility, works that are created over great periods of time. So for these people, I definitely feel like You are very fragile. So there's going to be two different groups, or actually multiple groups I'm going to talk about. So definitely take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. It's a general reading. So if you want a more personalized reading, you could go ahead and take a look in the link below. I have my email there. Just send me a message. I'm more than happy to provide that to you. But for coral wisdom, yes, it definitely shows that you are fragile. So for one group, you may be really good at hiding this, where people don't really notice. And for others, as you can see on her skin, you see the corals going through her skin. So it may just be plain as day and people can see it all over you. I get the vibe that there's past lives. Like, that's what I'm feeling. Like, there's more than just this world. You feel like you've been here before, or maybe even just feelings of deja vu, if you get that a lot. That's what I'm feeling from this card. And when they're talking about the coral wisdom, I'm not sure if you're aware, but coral does bring a lot of great things. Just like, for example, gems or even crystals, they have healing powers in them. So it's just stating, hey, if you're feeling off or anything like that, you are a mermaid. So listen to that inner mermaid. Get some coral, get some crystals, get some gems. So what I'm going to do now is just go over the corals real quickly to see what benefits you. So the red coral prevents bleeding, is wonderful for the menstrual cycles and for women who are going into their crone years. Red coral also heals wounds and makes people strong. Blue coral can prevent illness and disease developing, restores balance to the body, soul, emotions, and spirit. Gold coral, the beautiful rare coral, brings abundance and good fortune. Black coral banishes negative energies from your body, your bones in particular. Black coral can assist in banishing disease and in aiding people with osteoporosis. Angel skin coral, the beautiful soft pink coral, can be worked with to prevent and to ease skin conditions such as paralysis, eczema, and sensitive skin and eyes. It also helps with sinus, acne, and increases and stabilizes liver function. And the last one we have here is white coral. Pure rebirth, a time for transformation, allowing yourself to change and develop once again. Love that is unconditional and kind. White coral can also be used to program and store energies. But again, this doesn't have to just be coral. There's also gemstones out there and crystals out there, and you may actually be really into crystals for some of you in the group. And for the people that aren't into crystals, this is a great time to get in there and see what definitely benefits you. For me, it's black tourmaline. Because let me tell you, I've been getting them psychic attacks, and before I knew I was spiritual, I didn't understand why I was so sensitive. So there may be a reason behind why you're so sensitive. Protect yourself, really do some research, go out there, find what works for you, because there may be things, or you may be picking up on other people's energy and you don't even know it. Because if you did come from a past life, that means you're a very spiritual being. If you have deja vu, you're a spiritual being. You've been there before. So definitely just go ahead and observe yourself, look up the different gemstones, the crystals, the coral if you like as well, and just bring yourself to peace. Bring yourself things that will help in your world, because spirit does provide things to you on this physical plane to help you with your journey. And the second card we have here at this time is guide. A guide, mentor, trustworthy ally. So this could be in the form of a person. This could be an actual spirit guide that some of you may not even know that they're around, but you may get little signs and you're like, am I going crazy? No, that may be your actual spirit guide trying to make contacts with you. Or this could even just be, a close mentor, because sometimes spirit guides do come in the form of physical beings, but we're not getting into that in this video. We're just focusing on, hey, you're being guided, which makes sense of why we're going back to that coral wisdom, because if you're being guided, that means you're sensitive to energies that are out there. So definitely listen, because I do feel like either one, they've already made contact with you, or they're trying to make contact with you. And then of course things are going to be happening when you're going through these changes, because some of you're right in the beginning and you're trying to figure out what's going on. Those crystals will help you, the coral will help you, the gemstones will help you. I keep wanting to say black tourmaline, like I just keep wanting to say over, because it's psychic attacks. Like, if y'all are getting into this, y'all are gonna need that for sure. Like if you feel like out of nowhere you just feel like you got feelings and they're not yours, that may be the best way to do it, especially if you're surrounded by people. It helps you keep sane. And as you get closer to your guides, others might find it strange, but I honestly don't care about other people's opinions, but I do see that you do. And that's not a bad thing, I'd be lying to you to say if I ignore everybody that says something. No, sometimes they do affect me, but these are your own beliefs. And if you don't believe in spirit guides, then hey, there's someone out there mentoring you, or that are gonna come into your life and mentor you and guide you where you need to go. And I still think that that's so beautiful. And what they do is they bring us to the present, and they assist us in knowing that the past is not as important as the present. So they let you release things. They just, you have to be in the moment in order to be connected to your spirit guides. Because if you're focusing on the future, you're basically taking away your own power. You're worrying, you have anxiety, so you're not the strongest you can be. If you're focusing on the past, well, you shouldn't be doing that anyway, because it's already the past. So you got to let that thing go, let it go. And I know it's easier said than done, because there's still things I need to let go, but the guides are saying, hey, we get it. You've had a hard life. We're here. Just ask us for assistance and we'll be with you. They want to help you. They care about everything you do. And I'm sure they've been with you most of the time and you just never even noticed. And I do spirit guide readings if y'all do want to get into furthermore of what they want to tell you. I can definitely assist with that. But just know that you are being watched over, whether it be physical form, whether it be spiritual form. There are people put here, or spirits put here to guide you in the direction. Just be open to the universe and it will provide for you. And the third card we have from the Oracle of the Mermaids is the Song of the Siren, the call summoning voice to acknowledge. When I think about this card, I think about the Little Mermaid when Ursula made Ariel sign the contract to sign away her voice. That's what I feel from this card. However, no one else has the power but you. So if you're the one, holding yourself back, just observing, like Lynn in the binoculars, you're just observing, not saying anything, I just want you to know that Spirit is saying, hey, sometimes you will have to speak up. Sometimes in order for you to release what you're feeling, you have to communicate. And communication is very hard. I still have communication issues with some relationships. I'm getting help with that, So don't be afraid to realize, okay, maybe I don't speak right to this person, or maybe I just don't communicate in the proper ways, or maybe I just don't say what's on my mind, and that's the reason why I'm in this position that I'm in, because no one even knows what's going on, because these are all scenarios in my head. These are just different things that are popping up for me, but you have the power. You have the power to speak up and say what you want to say. I get that you're more intellectual. I understand that you want to make sure that everything's good to go. You want to make sure that nothing is gonna fall through the cracks, but this is life. Sometimes things are gonna fall through the cracks. That's the beautiful thing about life, is that you get to fuck up and do it again. Like, you can mess up and still rebuttal and make a whole life for yourself. So who cares if you say the wrong thing? You still can apologize. And I'm pretty sure y'all won't say the wrong thing, because y'all are observers. Y'all see the way people react to you. Y'all see how they are. So you're going to be able to talk to them in a way that an extrovert like me may not be able to, because I jumped the gun. You, on the other hand, you're able to think, and you're able, you know what? I see why so-and-so did this, but I should voice this. You could definitely voice your opinion without hurting somebody else. You just have to find your voice to do so. And the spirit guides are saying, hey, speak up. We see that things bother you, or there's things you want to say. Why aren't you doing it? You have one life. You're just going to waste it away and keep all this stuff inside when you can confront the issues right at hand. They really do love you, and they do want you to speak. Because look at that beautiful girl. I want to hear her voice. Our man, whoever you are, I want to hear y'all's voice. I want to hear y'all's opinions. I want everyone to be able to feel free. Spirit wants everyone to be able to feel free. So if you're holding stuff on the inside, you're not hurting not only yourself, you're hurting your relationships as well. So Spirit just says, hey, we get it. You like your safe little bubble. You're like bubble boy. But you're going to have to pop that bubble, and you're going to have to come out eventually. So yes, you can fight them. You can fight them all you want. But Spirit really, really wants y'all to speak up on certain matters. Or maybe y'all do. Maybe there's another group where you're like, I talk all the time. Well, that's cool. Maybe you do talk all the time, but maybe there's something where you're just holding it in, and Spirit's like, oh, really? You talk all the time. Why aren't you voicing this? Why are you scared to hurt so-and-so's feelings? Because the most important person is you. So if you're holding stuff and repressing stuff, you're hurting yourself. You're hurting your growth. So just really be careful with that, because Spirit does want you to get out of that bubble. They want to hear your voice. They want to hear you sing. And for the second oracle deck that we are going to get to, this one's from the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. So usually I don't accept reverses, but in this case I am. But instead of doing the opposite way for the first card, I'm really like Spirit saying that this is important. This is important. That's what I'm hearing. Like, make sure you listen. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this close to the camera real quickly. Actually, bring it right up. So either you're woman or man, you're strong. You're strong. You're smart. Again, intellectual. You see all this? You see all this going on right here? I know you're smart. That's why you're an observer. You're an observer because you want to see everything before you jump in. So Spirit sees that as well. However, you being so much in your mind is preventing you from moving forward. You being so much in your mind is bringing you back to the song of the siren. Where's your voice at? Okay, things are happening around you, and what are you going to do about it? You're going to stay in your mind. You're going to give yourself anxiety. You're going to worry at night or during the day. You're just going to be worrying and worrying and worrying and not voicing anything, so nothing's getting fixed. Because your darkest fears is what's holding you back in relationships. It could be relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, 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 boyfriend, boyfriend, any sort of relationship. It could be family. It could be friendships. You're just being blocked by yourself. The Spirit really, 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 really wants you to voice your opinion. Like, they're yelling at me. They're like, just tell them to talk. Tell them it's okay. Tell them, you know what? Things are scary. Life is scary. That's what I'm hearing. Life is scary. Welcome to the club. Like, it really is. I'm sorry. This is like some tough love. I do apologize if it hurts anybody's feelings, but life is not easy. Life is supposed to have obstacles. If it was easy, everyone would be millionaires driving cars, but that's not the case. The case is, like, you're going to have to speak up. You're going to have to be the leader in your own life. If you don't like something, you have to make it happen, because these fears are ruining everything. These fears are eating at you. These fears are giving you, they're basically paralyzing you. You're so scared to move. It could be past relationships that have been bad, that you're just holding on to things. It could be things from your childhood. You're just holding on to things. You can't let it go. You can't be in the present because you're so focused on things that happened in the past. Why? What? That's not going to get you anywhere. Spirit is so sad because you're stuck. You're paralyzed in fear to move forward. And it's like, there's this beautiful world out there. Literally, it's out there. You can find people that are going to make your life better, but you're over here focusing on your darkest fears. If you're focusing on your darkest fears, you're not manifesting what you need in this life. Happiness, solid relationships, friends, family, a solid career. If you're over here thinking, you know what, I'm never going to have that relationship I want. I'm never going to be close to my family. I'm never going to have close friends, or like, I'm never going to have that dream job. Well, yeah, you probably won't, because you're manifesting that in your life. It's the very harsh truth. You have to fight for everything you want in this life. Okay, I get it. You're intellectual. You like to observe. That is so nice. Like, I wish I was as smart as y'all, because y'all might be smarter than me. Like, intellectually wise. Y'all may have gone to school, done whatever you've done, or you just know more than I do. But it's like, you're so smart, but what are you doing? You're so smart, yet you're holding yourself back. But you have everything it takes to move forward. Spirit just really wants you to evaluate yourself. Like, what's bugging you? What do you need to let go? What do you need to confront? What do you need? What else do you need to move forward? For the second card I have here, it's dedicated effort in the reverse. So Spirit's saying that this is important to me. For this, they're telling me this is important. So I see you're a very hard worker when it comes to your bonds and relationships. I feel like you love to love, because look at this, you want this. I feel like either that's you or that was you in the past or the future. No, I'm saying past or present, that you want this. You wanted a combination of the souls, and you were willing to work for it. But since it's in the reverse, you may not believe that other people are willing to work for it. So these darkest fears that are going on over here, the darkest fears, that's why it's in the reverse, is represented in the dedicated effort as well. Because your fear is that someone is not going to be able to live up to your expectations. And first off, in any relationship, if you have expectations, you already messed up. Because if you really love somebody, you're going to love them for everything that they are. If you expect stuff out of them, that's not really love. That's something you want. So I can just hear Spirit saying, like, hey, drop those expectations. That's where you're messing up. That's where I mess up too. I put expectations on people sometimes as well. And that's not fair to them, and that's not fair to you, because you're already setting yourself up for failure in the beginning. So yes, I see. You love to care. You love to love. Or even some of you may just be where if you see someone's putting in the work, you're going to put in the work. However, you need to put this back up. You need to stop thinking that people owe you something, because honestly, people don't owe you anything. If you love someone, you need to love them for everything that they are, and that's their bad qualities as well as their good. And if they love you, then you can discuss with that voice card. You can discuss what needs to change. Some of you you may be in a relationship where you feel like you're not able to voice your opinions because you feel like they're not going to understand. Well, how are you not going to know if they understand if you don't talk to them? How are you going to know? You're never going to know. Some of you may have a crush on somebody too, and you don't want to tell them because you're like scared or what's going to happen. The worst thing that's going to happen, they're going to tell you, I don't like you. Yeah, you're going to be heartbroken. Let me tell y'all guys, I've been heartbroken. My life is a lot of heartbreak, but like, so what? That's the worst thing that's going to happen. I know you're like, so what? My heart's broken. And everyone heart breaks. Everyone. We're humans. It's bound to happen. You grow from the experience. It helps you become a better person, and you move forward. Some of you may not even be in a relationship, yet you still have those darkest fears, and it's preventing you from being in a relationship because you're like, I need this, and that from my partner. The only thing you should need from your partner, well, it's up to you. If you want to be open relationship, that's you. But like, I feel like a lot of you don't want that. A lot of you just want somebody. And so if you're that type of person, then I would say loyalty is the one major thing that you should need. Because if they're loyal to you, they're going to be honest with you. But how are you going to ever know if they're loyal or honest if you're holding stuff from the past, if you're holding your darkest fears and you're just staying stuck? So for those of you in a relationship, voice it to them. It's not going to hurt. If this is a group that has a crush on somebody, well, you're never going to know. You're going to live in that what if forever. And I think that's worse than finding out the truth. And for the people who aren't even in relationships, how are you ever going to get a relationship if you're holding yourself back from the beauties of the world? I'm hearing, get out of your bubble. I don't know why I keep hearing that. Bubble boys and bubble girls, burst that bubble. Get out. There's a beautiful world. And so what if people hurt you? This is life. Cry, pick yourself back up. Have a good sad playlist if you want it. But definitely work on this so it can go right back up and you could start creating the beautiful relationship you want. So you could change your mind. You could change your mind from the darkest fears and move it back up to manifest what you want. And the last card I'm going to go over from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle deck is the base chakra reversed. So again, I'm getting the thing that this is important. So a lot of you may not be active because in order to get this chakra going, you have to move around, get out there. I get your observers, but go outside, do jumping jacks. You're like, I don't want to do that. I heard that right away. Or do anything to where you're active. You can walk, you can dance, you can garden, you can play the Wii Fit. But it's just, you need to get active, because if you're not active, this is kind of why your mind can be in those dark places, because your base chakra is being blocked. Because this gives you the ability to manifest. So if you're in this dark spot, I'm just hearing spirit say, hey, physical activity may help get you out of there. Activate this chakra, bring it back up so you can have that relationship you want. That's what I'm feeling from that base chakra. Spirit saying work for it. You're like, I work for this. You don't understand. I'm hearing that. Yeah, you may think you're working for it, but you don't also see how you're self-sabotaging yourself, because you're overthinking everything in your brain, which is bringing this chakra low. When you manifest things, you know that they're going to happen. So if you're over here like, I want a relationship, I want this and I want that, and you're putting that in the universe, but then you're also saying, but I don't deserve this and I don't deserve that, but I don't want this, I don't want that because this has happened in the past. Like, Spirit's going to hear all of that and then take the bad stuff. Like, that's really what's going to happen. So if you're trying to manifest some good things, as hard as it seems, be positive. I even said this for group number 1, be positive. Like, if you're going to manifest, you need to say, like, even if you don't believe it, if you have a bad quality about yourself, hey, I don't like my smile. Well, you better go lie to yourself in the mirror and say you like your smile every day, because eventually you will believe it and your confidence will build up. If you want that loving relationship, have an affirmation ready. I'm deserving of this loving relationship. Because you are. So definitely work on yourself, because we need to fix these cards back up. You got the power to do so. You have the voice. You're just hiding it. Everyone's just out here beating them demons, let me tell you. And the next one we're going to read from today is a regular tarot deck. It has a little eye in the back. I actually really enjoy this one. And the first card we have is the Tower. So if you haven't already, you're going through a big change. And actually, we're in Scorpio season. That's Mercury retrograde. So a lot of people this is going to be setting off a lot of you. All about transformation at this time. And you may be like, what's going on? It's time to shed that old skin. Let it go. Let those fears go. Become a new person. Make your cards all go back up. Use your voice. I believe Mercury retrograde is going to November 20th. So you will be still going through changes after this video. And even if you see this after Mercury retrograde, it still means a time for transformation. Because this is an endless, timeless reading, I should say. So I'm just seeing the big changes that even if you don't want to make, need to be made. But you don't have to listen to the spirit guides. You can do whatever you want, but it's just easier if you realize, hey, things are not working and things need to change. I need this tower moment. A lot of people see the tower as something catastrophic and they're like, oh my God, I don't want the tower to crumble. No, you want the tower to crumble. You want to be able to rebuild, because when you rebuild, you're going to rebuild the life in the way you want, not the way you perceived it before. So the Tower isn't a scary card as everyone seems it to be, or thinks it is, I should say. It's actually a beautiful card, because you're able to start brand new, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. And the next card we have here is the Eight of Cups reversed. So for this card, I do see an avoidance of change, which that's what this Tower card is all about. It's change. But you're over here and you're like, I don't want to. I want to be in my bubble. Well, let me tell you, that's a pretty nice bubble you have there, but the world's really nice out here. All these fears are in your head. Spirit's saying you have everything you need. You just have to ask for assistance, ask for help. Because they're there even when they're not, even when you don't physically see them. You can ask for signs. They could be butterflies, lizards, grasshoppers, insects. Actually, I talk to Spirit a lot in nature, so it's a lot of animals or insects. But I do just want you to know, I see a beautiful future for you if you do leave that bubble, if you do decide to leave that bubble. But I'm not a peer pressure, so if you want to stay, go ahead and do it, but it's going to be a hard battle for you. The next deck we're using is my Golden Tarot deck. It's beautiful cards, beautiful cards. And what you got was the Hangman. This is going back to the cards prior where I said there needed to be change, but you're avoiding change. This card's all about sacrifice. So I do believe, if you haven't already done this in the past or in the present, then this will be coming for you in the future, where you have that epiphany. You see how his head's lit up? He finally sees, okay, things aren't working the way they are. She's seeing, hey, things aren't working the way they are. Something needs to give. And I see the gold all behind him as Spirit, just there, waiting for him for that light bulb. And then once that does happen, you're going to become the Eight of Pentacles. Look at you, hardworking, having higher standards, knowing that you deserve the world, because you do. You do, but you have to work for it. That's what Spirit's saying. Work for what you want and you shall receive. And the last two cards are from the Rebel deck. That's the Oracle with Attitude. I love it. I love this deck. So for you, shyer than most people are the people that listen to all the rules. Spirit is saying, rebel. Because fuck it. Oh my gosh, why didn't I get this advice? What the hell? They're like, nah, you rebel too much. But dang, Spirit is saying, live your life, do what you want to do. I'm trying to focus in on it right here. Just rebel, because fuck it. You're wasting all your time by not having a voice. You're wasting all your time by not doing what's best for you. You're wasting all your time caring more about other people's opinions than yourself. So Spirit's saying, rebel, because fuck it. And the second card we have here is don't believe every shitty thought you have. Everyone has that little voice of doubt. Everyone. They may be really good liars and be able to put on a show, but everyone has that little tiny voice. So don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards. For real though. Don't listen to it. The strong are the ones that are able to fight those inner demons and know that they're just sneaky, lying bastards. Know that, okay, that's cool that the little voice thinks that, but I'm gonna go do something else because I'm not gonna listen to what anybody wants to tell me, because I'm a rebel and I'm gonna do what I want to do. So that little voice in the back of my head can just be quiet, because I know my worth. I know I'm not a shitty person. I know it. I don't need to listen to this false voice in my head. It's a waste of my time. So I would say for your best quality is that when you do love, you love with everything you have. And you give that loyalty. So I do like it. When you do find that person, you're definitely going to be there. However, the worst quality is you're stuck in your bubble. You're stuck in your head. You're living in fear. I do hope and pray that you find your voice, you find your way, you find your path, you find your people. Because the world is such a beautiful place when you find your soul tribe. Alrighty, pile number 3. This one is for Squirtle. So I did pull from 5 different tarot decks today. The first one we're going to get started on is the Oracle of the Mermaids. So for the first card right off the bat that I got here is Experiments. So it's manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, arrogance. So there's a lot of different things going on here. Before I get started, I do want to say take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't, because this is a general reading. If you would like a more personalized reading, you can look at the description box below and use my email, and I'm more than happy to provide you that reading. So, but right off the bat with this card, I am seeing that either you manipulated somebody or you were manipulated. That's the two that I'm getting. I do get the vibe that if you did manipulate somebody, I'm gonna be very honest, you were in that narcissist mood. You really were. You maybe didn't see at the time that this is someone that you may have wanted for the future. You didn't see at the time what you were doing to hurt this person. You didn't see at the time that they were going to have any importance to you. However, switching roles, you can also be this mermaid here who's looking up in fear because someone's pulling out their hand saying trust them. But you're like, oh, I've been there before. So you may actually have left a relationship and they may be coming back and saying like, hey, come with me, it's safe. And you're like, do you not remember everything that just happened before? Or even vice versa again, where you're calling someone back who you did wrong and they're hesitant about it because they're like, do you not remember everything that just happened? And for this one, I am feeling like it is there's history here. That's what I'm feeling. There's history. It could be past life history. It could just be present history. It could be that y'all are soulmates or even twin flames and y'all are just setting each other off. But I do want to say, even if they are your soulmate or twin flame, they shouldn't be doing this to you and you shouldn't be doing this to them. Y'all could be in karmic cycles where y'all are learning lessons and you're just mad that at this point that this person came at the time that you didn't expect them. Or vice versa. You're like, I know they did something bad, but I know they're learning. Like, I can feel it. Like, I feel like you know that they know they messed up. But you're like, do I trust this person? Or vice versa. Will they trust me? So definitely intense feelings in the beginning here, going from this happy-go-lucky Squirtle straight into this manipulation card. And again, why I think it may be a soulmate or twin flame is because I do feel like y'all are mirroring each other. So this is a reverse. So normally the mirror is know thyself examination, seeing who you really are. But it's in the reverse. So this lets me know that you're not seeing who you really are at this time. You're blocking yourself. And this person may be actually triggering you into finding out and becoming who you were meant to be. That's what I'm feeling here. I feel like y'all are triggering each other. It's so crazy. Because definitely these relationships can be very confusing because y'all both don't know what's going on. Y'all are both just trying to learn and keep yourself from drowning, but you can't drown, you're a mermaid. In this card, you're a mermaid. So even though things are going bad, you have to see the beauty in the lesson that you learned. So yes, if someone manipulated you, at least you learned the lesson not to do that again, or what to look for. And if you did manipulate someone, I do hope that you learned your lesson and understand, hey, I'm messing with people with a heart. I'm messing with people that actually cared for me. Someone who would probably give their life for me. That's how much they cared for me, and I just hurt them. Like, how could I do that? So those are the two vibes that I'm getting. But you definitely need to look inside yourself and find yourself and see, one, either why did you put yourself in this experience when you know you could have left? Or two, why did I hurt this person? Why did I do this? What do I have to confront in myself so I could bring that back up, so I can know myself and to make sure that this doesn't happen again? The third and final card that I did pull from the Oracle of the Mermaids is Air. So that's the third final card that I picked from the Oracle of the Mermaids. It's reversed. So this lets me know, going back to the first card, there's two parties involved. It could be male, female, 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 male, male, whatever. It could be whatever. A relationship's a relationship to me. Normal upright, this means breathing deep, entering into life, exchanging of life, bringing energies. But if it's reversed, this lets me know that y'all aren't sharing. Y'all aren't on the same page because you're worried, which you do have right to worry. You do have right to worry because either someone hurt you or you hurt them. So you're just like, how am I supposed to put this back up? How can I fix this if they don't want to fix it? Or how can I fix this when I know I messed up? That's what I'm getting here. And it's okay to mess up. We're all humans. Like, it's going to happen. But I'm not saying go be a shitty person. No, that's not okay. But I'm saying it's okay to realize, like, hey, that's who I was. And I regret everything. But you also need to apologize to the right people and forgive yourself. Because you're never going to be able to move this from reverse back up again until you acknowledge what happened with you and the other person, whichever roles it may be. Because I do see here from the Psychic Tarot of the Heart deck, win or lose, you want this person. Win or lose, you want to go be with them. Win or lose, you don't care. You just want to communicate with them because you know that they're your person. That's what I'm feeling. Like, you know, you feel it. Like when you see them, you just know. When you think of them, you just know. You may have been in denial before because that's what I'm getting. But now you're just like, no matter what, I need to talk to them. I need to see them. I can't stop thinking about them. I just want to be around them. That's what I'm getting with that win or lose. You don't care of the outcome as long as you get to express yourself and say, hey, I fucked up. Or, hey, you know, you hurt me. Like, I want to move forward, but you hurt me. Like, win or lose, you're in this. And it's beautiful because that shows the love is there. But again, it's only y'all know what you went through. So who am I to say to take this person back or not? But all I'm saying is I'm feeling, and Spirit's telling me, is that you do want to take this person back, win or lose. And for the next card, it is saying seek the truth. And it's in reverse, so this is important. So this lets me know that you may not have the whole story. You may have a perception in your mind that you made up yourself. Because when people don't communicate, you're just going based off of what you see. But what you see is just what's on the surface. You don't know what's going on. People can act any way they want. So even though you may be observing people and being like, or like looking on their social media, like they can present themselves to be whatever they want. But you need to actually go seek the truth. If you hurt someone, go reach out to them. Say, I'm sorry. Or if you're the person who was hurt, you don't have to reach out to them again. You could just say, hey, I need to find the truth in myself, why I let myself be in this relationship, what I want from this relationship. Why don't I love myself enough to stand up for myself? Or why can't I just confront this person and see how they're feeling? Why can't they just talk to me? Or vice versa. Like, you just need to seek the truth. All these, I feel like there's so many things that you don't know, but your mind's going crazy. So that's why seek the truth is in reverse. Because your mind's going crazy. You're like, I need to know, I need to know, I need to know. Yeah, you need to know, but you sitting there in your thoughts, overthinking everything isn't going to help the situation. The third and final card for the Psychic Tarot for the heart is New Vitality. So for me, this shows that you don't believe, like, this is just what I'm feeling, that you don't believe that you can have a new beginning with this person. You're just like, too much stuff has happened. Either I manipulated them, or I was manipulated. It's just too much. There was too much sadness, too much darkness. A lot of things were said that weren't meant to be said. A lot of things were felt that weren't meant to be felt. How am I ever going to bring new vitality to this? How am I ever going to bring a new beginning? I don't know what to do. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. I don't know what to do at this point. I'm stuck. But Spirit is saying you can definitely have a new beginning with this person. But you would have to actually go out and seek that truth and not be scared. Because I feel like a lot of y'all are scared. Scared of the answers. But how are you ever going to overcome obstacles if you don't go through these hard times and seek the truth and figure out what's going on? A bunch of what ifs will happen if you don't move forward. Spirit wants you to have this new vitality. They want you to move this back up. But it's up to you. You see how he or she is the one blowing, making the rainbow come out, the sparkle, the spirit, having the sun behind them, the flower blossoming into a relationship. That's no one else making that happen besides the person who is in this card, which is you. Or even your person. Like, they could even just be just in doubt and they don't even know, like, hey, this can turn around. I just feel like it feels like such a lost cause, and y'all both want each other. That's what I feel like. I feel like you do both want each other. I like how this was supposed to be about your best and worst quality, but I'm picking up on a relationship reading right now. I mean, a lot of them are relationships, but this one's screaming like, hey, this is relationship. So I'm just like, wow, I didn't expect it to go this route, but that's where it's going. I'm just here to say what Spirit says, so we're going to go ahead and continue from there. And the next card I did pull is just from my regular tarot deck. It has a little blue eyeball on the back. I love it. So this one, normally upright, is about remembering, reminiscing. But when it's in the reverse, this girl or guy is just ready to move on. Because they remember everything already. They remember either manipulating someone or being manipulated. I kind of feel like this is more for the past tense, or maybe even for the present as of right now. Yeah, moving forward, leaving home, independence. You may have recently broke up with somebody or stopped talking to somebody. It doesn't necessarily have to be your boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, girlfriend-girlfriend relationship, boyfriend-boyfriend. It could be friendships. It could be family. It's just like there's something that happened where someone was manipulated, or you manipulated someone, and it either caused you or them to go and be independent and want to move on. Because they're like, why stay? Why am I going to stay? Like, we're not even having this communication. We're not in synchrony together. It's no longer what it was. So they're leaving. They just want to leave. That's what they want to do at this time. And for the Knight of Wands in reverse, what I see here is you were angry. So I'm getting either past or present. You're angry. You're just like, why waste my time with all this? That's what I'm feeling. Why even go through this? What was the point of this? That's definitely what I'm feeling. Why even? I was just impulsive. Like, you may have been making excuses like, this was just, they were reckless or I was reckless. Like, what did I do? Or why did they do this to me? If you are the person that did hurt someone, it's okay to make mistakes. I'm not saying what you did was right at all. But what I'm saying is you can make things right. You can reach out and do what you need to do to fix it. And if you were the one that was wrong, you have the right to be angry. Everyone has the right to feel whatever they want. It's just, you can't hold that anger inside because it's hurting nobody else but you. It's going to hurt your future relationships. So I do see that you do want to be tied to this person, but I also do get a feeling that some of these people want to move on. Like they're just done. Or they're thinking about being done. They're thinking about leaving the situation. So definitely do what you feel is right for you. But you need to let go of this anger, because I do feel it's either for the past or the present. And if you haven't been manipulated yet, well, just keep an eye out. But I do see that you're just angry about what's going on here. It's okay. If you need to go speak to somebody, definitely do. Because your feelings are valid, and I feel like you need to know that either party, whether you're the victim or the person who hurt them, it doesn't matter. Like, these are all learning experiences. We're all growing into someone who we're growing into beautiful beings. And how else are we going to learn than from our own mistakes? So don't think just because, yeah, I did an evil thing, that makes me evil for the rest of my life. No, it doesn't. You can definitely rebuttal. Or just because, like, oh, someone hurt me, someone's always going to hurt me. No. You went through this. Now you're able to see. You're able to stand up for yourself. You're able to have that backbone and say, hey, I don't deserve to be treated this way. Hey, don't think you're going to come back and do this all over again, because it's not going to happen. Or, hey, this is what you did to hurt me. Let's fix it. Whatever option you want to do, all I see is that you're angry and you need to get a way to release that, because it's not healthy for anybody. And Spirit doesn't want you to be mad holding on to the past. Spirit wants you to learn and grow and be beautiful and turn back into that night rushing. Well, not rushing, but, ready to fight for what you want. Having the courage to do what you need to do in this lifetime, with no anxieties holding you back, because you already learned from your past mistakes. For the next tarot deck I have here, I do have the Golden Tarot deck, which is my favorite. So for this one, I do have the Hermit. So this could be you in the past, present, or the future if you're not there yet. But you're going to reach a time of solitude, because a lot of stuff is going on, or is about to go on, or has happened. And you're just like, whoa, like I need some time to think. Too much is going on. I can't even be by this person right now, because one, I don't even know if they can forgive me. Or two, I don't know if I could forgive him. Or three, like I just can't. Like I just need time. And that's okay. Be in that hermit mode. Learn from the solitude. But don't stay there too long, because people are going to miss you, and you may lose yourself in these thoughts. As I stated before with these two cards, Spirit doesn't want you to be angry. If you want to move on, go for it. But Spirit doesn't want you to be angry. Spirit wants you to see the beauty in the pain. And it's hard to see that when you're crying. It's hard to see that when you're sad. It's hard to see that when you're in the moment. But later on in life, when you're where you need to go, you're going to realize, hey, I needed to go through that to be here. So take that time to yourself. Learn what you need to do. Spirit's with you. Ask for advice if you need it. Learn the lessons. Don't stay there too long. Because in the future, I do see you being that Three of Pentacles, coming back out on top, whether it's you or them. It could be you, because there's three things that I'm getting here. One, you're just ready. You're ready to rebuild. Like you're just ready. You're just like, okay, that happened. Now what? And for the last 2 cards, I did pull from the Rebel deck, the Oracle with Attitude. 0 filter, 0 fucks, all fun. The first card I did pull here is shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. Forgive. Let that shit go. Spirit wants you to let that go. We're going to go back to the 3 of Pentacles real quick because they are telling me that they forgave you a long time ago. You're the only one who hasn't forgave yourself. They want to help you rebuild whatever you desire. Just ask them for assistance. Because you beating yourself up in your head is not going to help the situation at all. So let that shit go. Be like Elsa. Let it go. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all knew it was coming. I had to. I couldn't. Y'all gonna hate me. I had to. Because I knew it's gonna be in the comments later. I'm just gonna leave it. That's what I have here. Is ask a fucking expert. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. So you know what? Maybe you've tried everything. Maybe you've talked to people. Maybe you have already posted on social media. And you just didn't get what you wanted. Like, you're still like not content. It's okay to reach out to a professional. It's okay to say, hey, I'm not okay. I need help. But the people in my life are not giving it right now. So you know what? I'm going to go to someone who can tell me the truth because they're not so close to the situation. So for this pile, I'm going to say your best quality is you're in a transforming right now. You're learning lessons right now. We're in Scorpio season and we're in Mercury retrograde. And even if you're not seeing it in that time frame, that's still fine. That's still fine. You're still in a time of transformation because these things happen so you can learn. So the good thing is, yes, you're growing. Best quality, transforming, moving forward. Worst quality is you don't know how to release the past in a proper and healthy way. That's why it's saying ask a fucking expert, because clearly what's going on right now, it's not getting resolved with just you or the people in your life. So if you need to go get that help, that's why you're on this video. You're trying to see what's going on. So yes, ask an expert. If you still want to ask somebody other than me, go for it. Go to a counselor. Do whatever you need to do. But Spirit does want you to reach out. So worst quality is releasing. You don't know how to release, but we all will get there. We all will learn our way. It's all a learning process. So don't beat yourself up. I know it's easier said than done, believe me, but you're going to get there. You're going to get to the point where you're okay, even though all this happened. So if you do forgive the person, if y'all do work it out, I wish you the best of luck. And if you don't, I'm proud of you. You know, because it takes a lot to walk away from a situation. Again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be with this person. I'm saying do whatever you want because only you know your situation. However, this is about you earning your power or learning what your power is. So definitely take what resonates with you. I hope you all have a lovely rest of y'all's night or day. I'm recording this at 5 in the morning, so good night / good morning. But thank you so much for tuning in.